Tip one, when you are picking a name for your profile, try to keep it as fairly normal as possible. Okay, we don't need to know that you're Daddy Long Dick. That's not a good name for someone to have on a dating profile. You know, that's not really fun. That's not really keeping it light. Yellow Dick Nigga, that is not a good one either. So pretty much any name that calls attention to something on your body or calls attention to some sort of fetish that you might have, boo, it's not cute. Tip two, you want to make sure that you list the appropriate shit on your page. If you're 5'9", don't say you're 5'10". If you're 5'7", don't say you're 5'9". Keep it real, okay? Keep it real. Don't lie about your stats because you're trying to meet someone in real life. I'm pretty sure a motherfucker will know between 5'7", 5'10". Just being real. I know that on some sites, namely OkCupid, they allow you to talk about what you eat as far as your diet and as far as your body type, what you consider yourself. They have like underweight, overweight, curvy, voluptuous, whatever you identify yourself as. But just make sure that when you're filling in descriptions about yourself, whether or not you smoke, whether or not you like kids, your religion, things like that, if they're asking you for that information, why not put it in? Because it definitely will help someone be able to know if they're going to be able to gel with you just based on some stuff, you know, because some stuff on the side will let me know if I'm interested or not. I might see a man and I might think, oh, well, you know, he's looking real beefy, and then I see that he lists himself as skinny. So, you know, maybe he's not very muscular. Maybe he just don't have no body fat on him. I'm not interested in that. I need some jiggle with my wiggle. Tip three, make sure that you have recently updated pictures. When you're on a dating profile, you're looking at their face. You're trying to see, you know, could I see myself with this person? Are they pleasing to my eye? So, you know, don't lie. Don't bring up a picture from years ago, years past. Get a full body shot too. Get a full body shot in there, just so people know. Because I have a lot of friends who, you know, they're shy about putting in a full body shot because they don't want people to judge them on their body. But it's like, you know, some people like a bigger body. Some people like a smaller body. Some people like all different types of bodies. So you shouldn't be so scared about who's going to be looking at you based on your full body pic. You should be like, damn, you know what? If this person approaches me after seeing my full body pic, you know, maybe it's not about that. You know, maybe that ain't about nothing. They're trying to get interested in me. Which brings me to my next tip, tip four, which is make sure that you have an interesting profile. When you get a chance to write about yourself, you know, really take some time and think about it. What is it that you want to portray here? Because if you currently in your lifetime, you're going to school full time, you know, you don't have a lot of time for dating. Be real, you know, let them know I am studying right now, because maybe you can find someone who's also studying in that field or who is also very serious about their academic career, and maybe you guys can study together. You never know. So definitely list what you're doing currently. Keep it interesting, keep it funny. Stay away from talking about your exes. Stay away from talking about some bullshit, okay? Stay away from referencing bad times in your life. You know, stay away from, you know, I used to have a really bad life, but now stay away from that. Just say that currently my life is very wonderful and I'm looking for someone to help improve it. You know, there are definitely ways to phrase things so that it doesn't come off as desperate or as lonely, I would say. Because even if you are lonely, they don't need to know that shit, girl. Okay? Because at the end of the day, tip five, you want them to realize that you're good. That's the whole point of your profile. Yes, you're looking for someone, but if you don't find them, you're gonna be good. You need to you need to set yourself up to where you have your pictures that are on point. You have your profile to let it know that you are open to meeting new people, but that your life looks pretty good. Looks pretty good online. So that's another thing. You don't, you know, because sometimes you see people, they got some blurry ass pictures and they have like a bullshit ass little bio. No one's gonna look at that. But if you got 5 or 6 good photographs of yourself, you know, some actually good quality pictures, and then you actually have an in-depth bio about yourself, someone's going to be more inclined to be interested in what the fuck you're talking about because you actually have presented yourself. Because that's what online dating is presenting yourself to a forum of people to be like, hey, I'm kind of looking for someone to hang out with. kind of looking for someone to fall in love with, kind of looking for someone to fuck, kind of looking for someone to just spend some time with. Tip 6, don't be afraid to send a message. A lot of times people get on dating websites and they just browse around and they typically go to this person's profile a lot, look at them all the time, but never has any gall to, approach that person. Newsflash, bitch, you are online. The man does not need to make the first move. If you over here looking so damn hard, girl, get you a taste. Send that man a message and figure out how it is you two can come together, because it makes no sense. Why are you sitting there pawing, scratching at the window and shit at the kibble, and you're not going to just walk your ass inside and get you some? That's crazy. Get the ball rolling. Send the message, and if he doesn't respond or she doesn't respond, that's fine. There are more. Tip 7. As soon as you feel comfortable enough to meet someone offline, then I would suggest to do it. I really would. I met a lot of people offline. Some of them I'm still friends with today. Some of them I've dated. And some of them, I don't talk to, but they weren't bad people. I've honestly never had a bad experience with meeting anyone online. Not even a creepy one. Like, they've all been either real cool or, we just didn't really hit it off. We never really became good friends. And they kind of just, faded off into the distance. But it can be scary for some people. And you can have a bad experience. Don't think that just because I didn't have a bad experience, you won't. Just be very cautious and be smart. That brings me to tip 8. Don't put all your business out there. I see some people putting their email addresses on dating websites. I see them putting their phone numbers on there. I see them just putting in way too much information, giving way too much information, like where their kids go to daycare, what they do, all the companies and spots that they hit, and things like that, giving them a day-to-day. And you don't need to do that. You don't need to tell anyone where the fuck you be going every day, because that can actually be very dangerous, especially online. I've definitely had a problem with I put my phone number just on Facebook, and I have people trying to call and text harass me. So as far as I'm concerned with the information online, as much as you think you should, but definitely restrain from giving too much information to where someone can track you down, bitch. Tip 9. So if you make the first move and you have to, set up the date, make sure that it's a place where, if you never really can go again because they decided that's their place, well then fuck it, okay? Make sure the first date is somewhere that's open. If you need to call for help, you can. And make sure that you tell someone when you go on a date with someone from the internet. Tell someone that's very close to you. Tell someone, if I'm not back by a certain time, or, here's my number. If I should call you, please answer the phone. Because I did have a friend who did meet someone, and he tried to choke her ass in a public place, and no one helped her. And my last tip, tip 10, have fun. Put yourself out there and maybe go on as many dates as you can and meet as many people as you can, because there's no better time in your life than now to just, put yourself out there and see what happens. So I really hope that someone took something from this video, and I look forward to hearing any good stories that you guys might have on your dating mishaps and misadventures.